Hello everyone! Thanks for joining me today. If you're new here, I'm MoonFauna, and today we are looking at another SunhavenDLC pack. While I think the Mushy pack is the autumn-inspired pack, I was looking at the other DLC packs and felt this one passed the vibe as well. The pack is Vivi's Wildborn Collectible pack, with a starting price of $6.99 USD. At the time I'm making this video, it is 35% off at $4.49 USD. It includes 10 furniture items, 22 clothing items, 5 wigs, 1 plushie, and 1 pet. In previous videos, I've discussed my thoughts on pricing, especially towards older packs. I'll state for this one, I firmly believe the sale price makes more sense for reskin graphics, but must admit the price point per item is on the right track in comparison to the older DLC packs, especially the ones I've spoken of thus far. Vivi is a romanceable Squirrel Amari. I haven't met her yet in my Let's Play, but I look forward to meeting her, especially with her cute DLC items. This particular DLC is part of a larger group of DLC that came out October 30th, 2024 during the 1.7 patch, all dedicated to each of the romanceable characters. This is the first of those packs I'm discussing, and since I haven't met her, I feel I can be more neutral towards her items. Being a Squirrel Amari, this pack is largely influenced by squirrels and acorns, which feel very autumn to me. So let's go ahead and jump in. First, I just wanted to point out that right here in the main menu, when you go to the shop, this is the pack here. And as you can see, it's on sale. Now that we are back in game, I think the first thing we're going to take a look at are the clothes and the wig items. The chest does look like Vivi's face, and I think the majority of the romanceable ones will look like that pertaining to the romanceable, but I'm not 100% sure on that just from the items I've looked at. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I've gone ahead and quickly organized our pack here for the clothes and the wigs by their outfit categories. We have just the plain Vivi, the assassin, the acorn, the training set, the all-natural squirrel, and the woolly winter. And I didn't realize they all come with different tails as well. I'm not sure how well we'll see them with my character and her wings and hair, but we will give it a see. I hope we'll be able to. And let's go ahead and start with Vivi's normal set. We have a wig, a shirt. We'll put this over here. The pants. And it looks like we also have a mask, so I'm not quite sure how we go about that. I'll come back to that in a second. But the tail, too. Where do we put the tail? Oh, the tail goes where the cape would be. So I assume the mask would go where the gloves are. But does that... Oh, so you can only wear the mask if you don't have the hat? Well, that's not fun. Let's just double check with everything. Make sure I can't put it anywhere else. Yep, it looks like it can only be placed here, so you can't wear the wig and the mask at the same time. I am disappointed by that. That seems like something that they should have layered together, that you can maybe put it in the gloves instead to wear. I do understand that it's helmet, so it makes sense for the face, but you'd want to be able to wear these together, I fear. Let's go ahead and put the hair back on, and I accidentally clicked for the shirt. It does look like it's a little bit more of a poncho, and we'll have to take a look down here. Oh, the tail is so cute, and I really do like the wig. I think the ears are interesting. I wouldn't necessarily think squirrel by seeing them, but I do really like their look with the bangs. As for the pants, they're very neutral, which I like. I did think that the shoes were going to be green, but they come off more brown. And then we'll do one more without that here, so we can see it. And it looks like it takes off my wings, I think. Yeah. So that's something to keep in mind. Let's move on to the next one. We'll go to the assassin set. I really like the hair for this one. I think that's fun. And this one comes with a cape, so I'm not going to put a tail with it, I believe. Oh, interesting. And there is another mask for this one. But let's take a look at this first. Oh, the cape does move, and we can see the hair move too. Ah. And these ears are different than our other set of ears. I like the little, I think they're like little like daggers maybe as clips in her hair. And this mask is different than the other one. And just so we can see the difference here. I think I like the first mask better just because I can see the eyes more. But if you really wanted to hide who you are and squint a little, I guess that works too. All right, and just one more time. This is it. Let's check out the acorn wig. Oh, that's cute. And the shirt. Interesting. Let's check out the pants. Okay, that's better. The high-waisted pants makes it a lot better. And we will put a tail with this one instead. Oh. Wow, okay. This one's interesting. I don't think it's my favorite, but I really love the acorns in the hair. I think this tail is really cute. I think the little curl on it is fluffy. The pants I really like. The shirt just feels a little off to me. I would have liked to see it maybe a little higher, but it depends on what character you're playing, whether you like it or not. I just don't think I personally do. Let's maybe see it with... Okay. And I do want to see the difference between the tails. Okay, so they're on different sides. This one's definitely rounder. I like I like the curled tail a lot. We'll go ahead and put on the short tail. Ooh, I still like the curled one more, but let's keep looking. Oh, that's a cute little hat. I do like the shirt more. And I think it looks really nice with the pants that we already have on. Ooh, I really like this set. I think that's cute. I'm assuming that the character might have some type of white in their hair. I'll have to refresh my memory. I know I looked at the Romanticizable characters before playing the game. So I might bring it up here for you all to see. But I'm assuming that's what she has. And I really like the reference to her hair. And I like this hat. You don't see a lot of hat and features working with the characters that I recently, for my own character, on my other playthrough, we have horns. And if I put on certain hat types, it takes away the horn entirely, which is upsetting. So I think this is a fun way to get around that so that your character can have a hat and still have their ears on. Now this is the wig I'm most excited for. Yeah, I knew she was going to be stunning. That's so cute. Yeah, this might be my favorite of the outfits. These little shorts? They say pants, but they kind of look like shorts to me. And we're going to do the wild tail with this one. Oh, look how fluffy that hair is. Oh, I love it a lot. And I really do appreciate the animation for the hair movement and the tail. I think that is such a good option to have here, especially for paying for DLC. I love that. And now for the winter set. I haven't made it to winter in game yet, so this is cute to see, something that we could potentially use. Oh, and gloves too. Let's make sure we can see them. Oh, I thought they'd be cream, but they're green. And our last tail. Oh, I like this one. I like how high it goes. From the back, not as cute, but it is winter. I do get that. I think it's adorable from the front. I really like this one. Yeah, like I said, I think that the all natural is my favorite, so I'm going to go ahead and put that back on, but the winter one is so cute. There we go, and I'm going to take the gloves off. And I'm going to go inside the house so we can set everything down for the furniture, and I'll be right back. Inside my house, I do have a dresser and a chest that have items in them, so they cannot be moved. So they are not part of the DLC. Please ignore them. And I'm going to put the rug down first. And, you know, it's a lot smaller than I thought the rug was going to be. I was hoping for a larger rug, but it is cute. I love the green. I think it's a nice accent. But again, I would have liked a bigger version, I think. And let's try the couch. Yeah, the couch is huge, and I would have liked to see a rug that maybe I could have put with it. And you can't sit on anything in-game, which is so disappointing, but that's not the DLC's fault, just the game mechanic. But I really do like the couch. I like the little throw that's on it. And let's go ahead and put the bed down, which, ooh, I might have to put it here. This bed is huge in comparison to a lot of the ones I've seen in game, but I really love it. I love the wood on it. I like the little leaves. This is probably one of my favorite that I've come across so far, and I think the line of the bed, like, it looks kind of like the blanket has wool underneath, which I really like. Let's see, is this, I think it might be a coffee table. Let me take a look. Just says table, but we'll pretend it's a coffee table. And it already comes pre-furnished. I like that if you're not sure about decorating, but if you're a decorator, that might be a little disappointing. I don't know if there's a spot on it for us to add more decorations, but this here is the kibble barrel. And it has a little candle already decorated, but I do like this one. It's less expected for you to decorate than I feel a table is. And there is a book set, and it is larger, so even if there is a spot on the table, it certainly isn't going to place there. And it can be rotated, which not every item in the game can be rotated, but the books can be. I love this. I think the books might be my favorite part. I am a big book girly, so anytime I can decorate with more books is fun. And we have an acorn lamp. I want to make sure it says lamp on here. Torch. It says torch. Now, I've had in the past where we've looked to see if it lights things up when it comes to some of the DLC things, and they don't. But this one glows. This is worth it. I am not disappointed. That's so exciting. We can see the glow without waiting for it to be dark outside. This is what I wanted from our other DLC packs that we looked at. We looked at the spooky Halloween kit, and I really wanted some of that to glow. And even the mushy pack, there was little mushrooms that looked like they were candles. Little mushy. Did I say mushrooms or mushies? They call them mushies, but they're like little mushroom candles, and they didn't offer a glow whatsoever. But this, I love. I want to put this everywhere. And now we have an acorn moth, which comes on its own table. Again, I thought this was going to be two separate pieces, and so I'm disappointed that it's one piece altogether. I would have liked to have been able to decorate with both these. That little table is perfect. I think it's such a cute size, would have been great for putting by the bed, and I would have liked to then be able to put this moth anywhere that I wanted to. So I am not a fan of that. I do think both these pieces are really cute, but it being one item isn't my favorite. And the pack comes with its own dresser, so we can actually see a good comparison here of the dresser I have in the room, which is just the plain wooden dresser from in-game. And obviously, this one, so much cuter. The little plant on top. Again, I would have liked to have that plant separate, but I love this. Then you don't have to decorate it. Like I said before, I think the design of it is so nice. It is just a reskin of a chest. I've talked about that before too in other packs. I think this one's really nice. I'm going to move it so we can still see everything else in the pack. We can put that in front of this dresser. And then it looks like we just have some chairs left. I think they're meant to go around this table here. Again, you can't sit in any of the chairs, so I won't waste putting down a bunch of them. Maybe we'll put them in 2 different spots so we can really see them. You can't sit here, but you know what? This isn't a coffee table. I know I said that earlier. It makes sense that it came with the chairs here. So I guess it is for you to eat at, so that takes on a different perspective for me. I'm going to go ahead and grab a smaller item that I have in game. I think I put the candle that normally comes in your base game house away. I'm going to grab that and see if we can put this on this table to be decorated or not. I am back. I have the candle. Let's see together if it can be put on here or not. No, it looks like we cannot decorate the table, which is a little disappointing because one of the great features I have found about decorating in Sunhaven is that typically you can put multiple items on a table. And so you can really decorate them to your heart's content. And unfortunately, I thought they'd at least have some small placements like the other tables do, but this one doesn't. So keep that in mind with this. If you aren't someone who really likes to decorate, this might be perfect because it already comes decorated. But if you do like to fill up all your spaces, you cannot do that with this one. And that's it when it comes to the furniture. We have 2 more items left. We have the Vivi plushie. So let's actually read what it says for her. A plushie of Vivi the bounty hunter. And it is smaller than I thought it was going to be, which I personally like. I like that then we could kind of fit it anywhere. Again, we can't quite put it on any of the items, but she can just go right here and we can stand next to her. I think this is cute. I personally am not the biggest fan of plushies of the actual characters for in-game. I feel like it kind of ruins the illusion of the game. But I think they're cute. I think they're well made. I think people might really like them. It's just a personal preference of my own. It's kind of the same way when I play The Sims. I don't want English words in The Sims. I want Simlish when it comes to Sunhaven. I don't want the characters in game to have their own little stuff. And like if she comes over and I have this, it seems a little creepy. But who knows? I think you could probably get some fun storytelling from it too. And we have one last item, and that is the pet, which is named Nuts. You don't trust the crazy look in her eyes. Best to not turn your back for long. And you can put pets inside. This is her. We'll also put her outside so we can see her a little bit better. Oh, the sound she makes. I love the animation of her. Going up and down for that with the little heart. Let's pick her up and we'll put her outside. I'll meet you back out there. So this is our pet outside. You can see her a little better. I think she's really cute. I think she is a fun addition, especially if the Romanticizable character is a Squirrel Amari. Overall, when it comes to the pack, I really do enjoy the outfits. I think it's so fun getting the tails because we don't have a Squirrel Amari in-game. So this is a really fun way if your character is an Amari and you want to be a Squirrel Amari. This is a fun set to have. And then when it comes to the furniture items, I love them. I really love the acorn. Like I said, I think of the furniture items, it's between the, I want to say the book set, the acorn lantern, and I do really like the dresser, but I'm going to say that that is third. We're going to put the acorn actually in first, the books in second, and the dresser in third for me. When it comes to disappointments of this, it is the fact that these aren't separate items. I would have liked to have placed them myself. And the rug. The rug is so small. Look how big all the other furniture is. And where am I supposed to put the rug? If this is the dining set table, the rug doesn't fit under it. In front of the large couch, it's too small. The bed is too big when it comes to the rug. The rug should be twice its size. I've already said my favorite when it comes to the outfits, but as a reminder, the outfit I have on, I'm obsessed with. And then I think I would go with the winter set. I haven't seen much winter clothes in game yet. I haven't done shopping in any way. And so I think when winter comes, that'll be a cute set to have. I'm disappointed when it comes to not being able to have a wig and a mask on. I would have liked maybe some version of that to pile on to each other, and unfortunately, it just doesn't. When it comes to this DLC in comparison to some of the other DLC we've already looked at, this one is so much better. You actually get a lot of items per your price point. I don't think I can ever recommend the DLC at not a discounted price point when it comes to the game. I think they are too expensive for what you are purchasing art-wise, and I do think the art is incredible. So the artist is amazing. Artist or artists, I'm not sure if they have multiple artists or just one artist working per pack, but I think the visual features of this one is stunning. The animations that have been put into it also lean towards the price point, I feel. But again, I just think that the sale price is closer to what the pack should be. And if you've met Vivi in game, you'll have to let me know in the comments. Do you think this represents her well? I have not come across her, but I do think that the warm colors just feels very natural, very squirrel when it comes to the acorn. I think that the hair sets too, especially this one with the little acorn in it, that's so cute. I think that this works no matter the season in game, but out of all the characters, I think hers leans a little bit more for that autumn vibe. If you're looking for a little bit more decorations for this time of year, I think being able to put some nice warm acorns outside to light your way might be really nice. In my first DLC review, I did discuss how to find these through jumping in your portal. And when you get down through your portal, you can end up looking through all the different DLC packs. If you come down to the bottom, you get over here, and this is Vivi's set, and look how cute this is. I wish we were able to get the little seller tables in the game as well, because look how cute. But you get a little peek of the items here. I do find it disappointing that they show that you can put the plushie on the couch, because we tried it and maybe I just needed to work a little bit more on it, but I could not get it to go on there. So I think they're fibbing with us there. And again, our couch looked a little bit bigger per that rug. But you can go ahead and click for the vendor. You can take a look at the wares. And all the items cost 100 gold, no matter what the item is. So if you need some extra books or you want to get tons of the lights, you might have to get some more gold just to get what you want. Well, you've heard all my thoughts on all the items. You'll have to let me know in the comments as well what your thoughts are. What's your favorite item? Is there an item that you don't like as much? Do you like the clothes? What are your thoughts on having the plushies of the characters in game? I know mine is probably a unpopular opinion because plushies are great. So you'll have to let me know, like I said. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. I'd love to hear from you all. Tell me your thoughts. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. Until we meet again, goodbye for now.